So for today's project, we're going to create a windsock. And because of the time of year, I've chosen an Easter egg theme for this windsock, but you could make it any theme you wanted, even no theme at all. The materials that we're going to need are a large piece of paper. I used some from a larger sketch pad, but if that's not available, certainly any larger size piece of paper will work. I have pastel colored papers that we've used to cut out our Easter eggs. Then the usual other tools: glue stick, tape, hole punch, crepe paper, scissors. I have some stickers and some string. So I've gone ahead and I've cut out my Easter eggs. Now, depending on the skills that you're working on, you may have your students or your child trace around a template. I just made one out of a regular piece of cardboard. So they may trace, you may trace. They might cut, you might cut. You know the drill. Once the eggs are cut out, the fun part comes having the kids decorate them. They can use stickers, markers, paint, puffy paints, anything that you want or that they want and that works for you and that you have to decorate the Easter eggs. Once the eggs are decorated, we use our glue stick or glue and glue them onto the paper. You want to make sure that you leave about 1.5 inches on either side because that's where we're going to join it for our windsock. Once this is done, and by the way, you can use the egg decorating for so many skills. They can make shapes, colors, draw different lines, use different materials. We can use tissue paper that you scrunch up and glue on. All a good way to address a lot of skills for our kiddos. After we have our eggs decorated and placed exactly where we want them on our paper, we want to turn the paper over and run some glue or glue stick along the bottom edge. You can see I put 2 marks to show where we want to fill in with the glue. It's about maybe 1 inch up from the bottom and about 1.5 to 2 inches from either side. All right, take about 6 strips of crepe paper. Now here I'm using one color. You can use multiple colors. You can have the kids tear them off. You can measure before you tear them off. Again, this is just a great opportunity to get a lot of skills addressed in a fun activity. Okay, you want to turn your paper back over, and you may be able to see that on the right side I've run my glue stick again from the top to the bottom. I made 2 little lines there to show the approximate area that we want to fill in with the glue. And then I'm just going to take the other side and bring it over and close it to make a cylinder. Now I put a strip of wide packing tape over my seam here. I just like to do that to have a little extra stability and security for my windsock, because we really do want it to go out in the wind. So now I'm ready to attach my string to my windsock, and as you may see, I've added some tape to reinforce the top edge here, and that's where I'm going to use my hole punch and make my hole. With another piece of tape on the other side. Again, great skill area here to have your student or your child use the hole punch. It does need some good grip strength on it to get a nice hole. Put it down from the top about 1/2 inch or so. We want to make sure that it's down far enough so when we insert and tie the string that we don't just tear the edge through. Now you want to measure your string, or if you don't want to measure it, pull off probably, I'd say, about 3 feet. You want to insert the string into the hole and tie it. See, OTs can tie more than shoes. Do that on both sides. And here is my finished product. Now I'm going to take it outside and test it in the wind. But if you can't go out into the wind, then let the wind come into you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this.